Welcome back to Marbella Now. My name is Nicole King.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
This is a special week for Brits because coming up this weekend, King Charles III will be celebrating his coronation. It's exciting for many, it's perturbing for others, but we're going to take it on a positive note, and in that direction I've invited the Regional Vice President of the British Chamber of Commerce of Spain to join me on the show to talk about everything that's, you know, the best of British. Derek, thank you very much for joining me.
Good afternoon, and thanks for having me on once again. Yeah, it's a very, very busy time for Brits and the embassy and everybody else. The British Chamber of Commerce actually is having its 115th anniversary in November.
Wow, congratulations.
So it's a long-term event in Spain. And I just have to say that I was at the Queen's coronation in 1953, so I'm really, really old. I must be the oldest one here.
Wow, that's impressive.
On a black and white television, that's all I can remember.
Did you get a television? Do you remember the family for the occasion?
My parents rented a television and 400 people came into the lounge to watch it, so it was very good. So the British Chamber of Commerce here is a non-for-profit association with over 300 members in Spain. Andalucia is one of its biggest regions, and it's extremely successful at the moment. Your predecessor here before mentioned the British ambassador. He happens also to be the honorary president of the British Chamber of Commerce in Spain. And we work very closely with the embassy and the consulates throughout Spain to basically provide a commercial network for business people to do their business. And the Chamber is the main link between Spain and the UK. And now we have 5 regions, including the UK. We have Bilbao, we have Andalucia, we have Madrid and Barcelona. And Andalucia has got about 70 members here, and we continue to grow and put on a number of events. The coronation is important. The British Embassy are holding an event, I think it's the 17th of May in Madrid, at the Palacio Cibeles, which is a very, very big event to actually encapsulate everything that's going on here. And I know the British Embassy and the consulates throughout Spain will also be doing that. As far as Jenny is concerned, they are also a member of the Chamber of Commerce and sort of an honorary member of that. And we try to work together with all of the charities around to help promote them to do the fantastic work that they actually do. Here in Spain, we have the largest companies and medium-sized companies who are members. I mentioned Andalucia because it's particularly exciting at the moment, particular Malaga province, which we're in, which is booming with companies setting up here, particularly in the technology sector. And here we hold 10 to 11 events a year, nearly one a month. And particular events, we're holding one in a few weeks' time along the road here in the Pool Marbella, which is in the premises of El Corte Inglés, which is a workspace for startup and technology companies, which I think is going to be very interesting. As we go through the year, we'll be holding a joint event later in the year with CIT Marbella, so that'll be a collaboration event. And of course, we deliver our barometer of trade and investment between Spain and the UK, which we will be holding at the Ayuntamiento de Malaga in July. So there's a number of things going on. And then going forward to the end of the year, we'll be holding a joint event with Malaga City, called Malaga, a City of Opportunity, to work together to help promote their bid for the next 2027. So basically there's a whole bunch of things going on here at the moment. The chamber in general is probably 50% Spanish and 50% foreign companies. We have a Gobierno, a board of directors of which I'm on, and basically this year for the chamber has been very, very busy. We've done a number of high-level events. Every month we get new members, everybody's working, everybody's networking, and the business climate has become extremely positive, particularly in this region. I think apart from Madrid, Andalucia is probably the best economic centre now, with Malaga being the key to this. Seville following, even though it happens to be the capital. And everything we do and all the businesses that are members of the chamber and everything is very positive. So I think things are quite good at the moment.
It does. It sounds most impressive. What are the requisites if someone would be interested in joining the British Chamber of Commerce?
Well, we have 3 levels of membership. A normal, what we call national level, could be an autonomo or a small company, which is based here, which has been trading for a few years. But we also have start-up companies which join as well. The Chamber provides an infrastructure and a network for doing business, basically.
But also around the world. So any British Chamber of Commerce, if you're away, you can get in contact with other people.
So the British Chamber of Commerce is a member of the European Chambers of Commerce. We happen to be one of the largest chambers in Europe. We're very big and one of the oldest established. And basically, if you're a member of the chamber in Andalucia, you're automatically a member of the chamber throughout Spain. And the connections with the UK and worldwide are there to take, basically. So it provides a marketing platform which is important for the members, helps them to promote their products and services, and it helps them to meet people on a local basis, which is what networking is all about.
Obviously, over the last few years, there have been a lot of changes with the Brits. We started off with the Brexit, we had the COVID, it's been quite up and down. When we were at the Jubilee celebrations with the ambassador in Madrid, in his speech, he mentioned that he'd really loved working for the Queen and that he was now obviously having a new boss. This is also, by extension, the case for you. Do you anticipate any changes under the new rule, or are you imagining things are going to stay pretty much the same?
I think the embassy is sort of restructured and it's very strong and very powerful. I think that the new king supports charities. That's his thing. Supports very much the British Chamber of Commerce, and I think he's quite forward-thinking. And I think he would be very good for these type of organisations and these type of infrastructures. And there's always been a situation where the embassy, even though the king is outspoken and he's not supposed to be political, he's always supported British business. And years ago when I was in London, members of the royal family always travelled on outward missions to promote the UK, and nothing's changed. So the chamber and the respect for the monarchy in Spain is extremely strong. And the big event the embassy are having in Madrid will sort of capitalise on that. So I think things are going extremely well.
Well, congratulations, because I know that you do all of this as a volunteer. It's amazing what people will do with the goodness of their heart, but it's lovely to see that you are keeping businesses connected, to have a safe port of call. If you're a British company or non-British company, the British Chamber of Commerce is there giving a very healthy, solid and international network.
Correct.
Derek, thank you so very much.
My pleasure.
Last thing says, long live the king.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey, hey.
Hero welcomes at Wheels Cafe.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hogan's Stand. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
We are
We've been talking about the best of British, the upcoming coronation of King Charles III this weekend. Well, celebrating the coronation on the 20th of May is the British Benevolent Fund, together with others, putting on a gala dinner. And to help us learn a little bit more about what's going to be happening, Jenny Kaka is joining us, who's a volunteer with the British Benevolent Fund, which I hope you've now heard about, because we're doing our best, aren't we, to get people to know that the British Benevolent Fund exists and it's there to help.
It does, yes, we are. I first became involved with the British Benevolent Fund in Madrid in 2016, but when I came back here in 2021, I realised that there was no awareness whatsoever on this coast about the British Benevolent Fund, and we help a lot of people on the Costa del Sol, as in other parts of Spain. So I think it's important that people here realise who we are.
I don't think that actually people appreciate that when they're like the dire straits, that there could be hope. Because a lot of people go to different associations, organisations, but when you're really on your last legs, kind of like down and out, if you're British, which is the only, not downfall, but it is at least there for the British, the fund is there to actually help people get repatriated, pay for the house while they get something done, in the sense, buy someone a scooter, or you do all kinds of things based on the requirement.
Yes, there are no particular, we get a lot of different cases, but the ones that touch me mostly, well, they all touch me, because all of the people who are looking for help and support are in a desperate need. But I think for me, it's the elderly and the people who came here with a dream and a life with their partner, and then things go wrong at the end. One of the couple die, the man or the woman, and then they find that, you know, they're finding life hard, and the paperwork's not in order, and all the things that you should have done, and really the only route back to trying to get sorted and get them back on track again is repatriation. And sometimes it's been able to keep them in Spain, depending on their case, which is looked at each one's looked at separately. And there's a criteria. We just don't hand money out, Nicole. This is hard money. That you know, getting donations is difficult enough, and running events and fundraising, as you know. But we try. We try to help all of those people we can.
It's nice that at least there's a place they can turn to. The British Benevolent Fund is also not in conjunction with the British Embassy, but the ambassador is the honorary patron. So there is this this allegiance kind of thing, that it's bona fide, it's a real association, and that I think people should be at least a lot of people needing help. So please do think of the British Benevolent Fund, but also raising funds. You did a great initiative in the supermarkets. In Iceland.
At Christmas.
They're great. They're very, very open overseas. They really are chapeau, because they do.
They're marvellous.
Very involved with AAA and other things, and
they're fantastic.
So it's nice to see how involved they get with charity.
They do. That store, honestly, couldn't have been really more helpful. And David the manager, gave me 2 weekends to organise, which was a bit of a nightmare logistically, because you can only ask volunteers to come for so long. So I had to do from 10:30 to 5:30 every 2 hours, with 7 checkouts. And there was a lot
of backpacking.
Yeah, well, we'd have raised a lot more funds if I had a lot more volunteers, and that's hopefully going to be right at next year, because we're getting more known, so people know us. I have a lot of people say, I didn't know, now I'll be there next year. So that's going to be looking good for this December.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people can identify with having family members who find themselves in the situation, as you say.
Yeah, there's
lots they suddenly find themselves, they don't know what to be doing here and where to begin. So the British Benevolent Fund is certainly a good place.
And the people that we meet, there are 3 testimonies, and one strikes a chord with me. I really do now believe in miracles. Short and sweet, but it says it all. And what we get and the thanks that we get from the people, well, you know, it's a good feeling. And even you can't help getting involved when you know there's a gentleman a few months ago who was terminally ill. He'd no one here. We were trying to get him back. And I just kept asking, is he home yet? Is he home yet? Because that's what you do. You cannot help get involved. Because there, for the grace of God, go a lot of us. And you think that you're here and your friends are your family. But sometimes when these people get elderly, a lot of people are no longer around because they've passed on.
And they lose their friends.
Yes,
they
exactly.
don't know who to turn to.
Exactly. So it's a great charity. It is a charity of last resort. And if you want to, you know, going on and looking at the website, you can read all of this. All about this.
So tell us a little bit about the event, lovely Gala coming up on the 20th of May.
On the 20th of May, we're all getting our frocks on. We're all getting the long dresses, and its dress code is black tie. This is being driven by the Fundación Hispano Botánica, and they're a cultural society in Madrid, and they are trying to help really fund and give a funding to Fundación Kudeka and ourselves, the BBF. So they're running it at a venue which is amazing called the RTV Club, which is about just 3 kilometres from the airport. And we are obviously going to be raising and trying to get people to come along to the event, as well as the RTV Club and Kudeka. So tickets are going very well at the moment. The raffle prizes are amazing. The generosity on behalf of the Hispano Botánica, the prizes are, I mean, we've 25 prizes ranging from 2 weeks in a hotel, a week in a hotel, 2 paintings, amazing vouchers. It's just incredible. So far, so good. But anybody out there would be interested, please contact us through the website, and we will be able to give you more details.
Yeah, what a wonderful way to spend an evening raising funds, raising awareness, and having a really exclusive gala evening.
Yes.
With this, not to say pretext, of the coronation
yes.
of King Charles III, because I like
King Charles
that little
III.
touch, giving it the little royal touch.
It is, and it's going to have a royal theme throughout the evening. Won't spoil any of the surprises, but it really is going to be, from music to the whole evening is going to be spectacular, I believe.
Well, thank you ever so much for coming, and congratulations, because maybe unwittingly, but you have brought the British Benevolent Fund to the Costa del Sol, and as they are aware, there's a lot of the people who need them actually live in these areas. So it's a great thing that you've done, and it's amazing how hard our volunteers work, because I see how much you put into, whether it's organising volunteers at the supermarket or organising an event, networking.
Exactly.
You're a busy bee.
Nicole, I just want to stress one thing to anyone who's listening, and that is that we are non-paid. Everybody in this organisation is voluntary, giving off their time. But when you have a passion and you know how people are helped here, that's what gets you and keeps you motivated.
Well, I find you inspirational.
Thank you.
It's like keep ourselves motivated, because it's nice to help each other. Dare I say, #Better Together.
Thank you. And thank you for having me.
And my pleasure, always. You're a delight. Everyone likes you, Jenny. You're just a nice person to have around.
Well, thank you very much.
Breath of fresh air.
I'll give you that 5 years later.
Don't go away, because there's more things going on in Marbella now.
G-Wine is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
I'm delighted to welcome back to the studio Maria Maganto. I've got her in my phone as Maria Rugby, because she's always at the Marbella Rugby Club as a volunteer, but helping out create events, get people to the club, and share what she is experiencing with her own family as being a member of the club. So Maria, thank you for coming back to the studio.
My pleasure, always a pleasure.
last time we were together was after the Kaka rugby camp at Easter, so not so long ago.
Yeah.
That was fabulous. How exciting.
Yeah, it was every year that they come, so it was the third year that they came, but every year that they come, they create something special. It's always, you know, a little bit different, always the same energy, different children, and some of the children have done 3 years in a row, and they always say to me, when are they coming back? We have one trainer that is the founder, Troy Nathan, and then he brings other trainers with him that are New Zealand, so New Zealanders normally, who are generally in Europe. So it was fab, and it was a crazy busy week at the club. We had 6 clubs, international clubs, come to visit us for training sessions, for Marbella, for basically tournaments, rugby tournaments, the Marbella Fest. So it was so great. We had clubs from the UK, from Wales, and we had also players from the north of Spain, from Ceuta, from Granada. It was a super special time, just super busy. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Easter was fabulous this year, so I'm not surprised that they were really happy having been here with the weather and how wonderful it was. So it's great.
Marbella is becoming quite a hub and renowned for rugby now. I mean, the club has been around for quite a while. But
35 years. It'll be it'll be 8. So next year it'll be 35 years. So it's pretty amazing.
It is
1989.
It's an achievement, but like with everything, Marbella is a very changing city. So to keep it going, keep new people get new people involved, it isn't easy. It's a continuous effort, isn't it? But I think you're seeing the fruits of all the efforts. Was it 17 teams came?
Yeah, so
Marbella?
17 over this last season. We had about 34, 35 inquiries of people wanting to come, and we did everything we possibly could to accommodate those clubs. Sometimes dates don't meet the same time as them because we have league matches that our academy are at, and the children also have festivals. We've got a festival for the children coming up, well, for the children and the academy, the national festival where we will be travelling all over Spain. So some teams go to Valladolid, some of us go to Madrid. There's some the Andalucia, the Copa de Far, which is in Sevilla. So we kind of disperse ourselves all over Spain for the end of the season, and that kind of is culminated at the end of May, and then we have our end of season party, which is in June the 10th. So for us to have 17 clubs from internationally to come to Marbella to come and play us was incredible. And I said, I wonder how many clubs in Spain, you know, rugby clubs in Spain could kind of boast that amount. But it's such a great experience for the children, and I've had so many parents say to me, this is amazing, because the children are playing a different type of rugby that they wouldn't necessarily be exposed to, because we don't normally travel out so much out of Spain. So, and what's really interesting is the clubs from England then also say to me, we're learning something different from you because you play differently to us, and we move the ball around a lot more quickly. It's a much faster game. It's a bit more like a sevens game. So it's a mutually good experience culturally, and you know, and to do when they do the post dinner match, you know, the post match dinner where they all sit and, you know, join together. We had Polish club here last week on Thursday, and the children couldn't really understand each other, but they still managed to socialise and have fun and like play ping pong and, you know, sort of play around afterwards and meet each other. So it's so rewarding, and it's such a, you know, and to welcome people to the club, they always leave saying, can we come back? And in fact, I've already got a lot of the people who came at Easter saying, can we book him for next year? So yeah, it's turning into a real thing. But I'm not really surprised because, you know, Marbella, we've got such a great place for people to come and visit, and also, you know, I get people saying to me, well, we couldn't play in England this Easter because the pitches were waterlogged. So yeah, it's great, and it's a real treat, you know, for us to be able to share the club with other countries and other clubs and other schools, because we have clubs, schools, and, you know, countries, and each one is slightly different, and you're learning something every time, you know. So yeah, it was amazing. It kind of took me like a week to kind of, you know, sort of calm down after it, because it was so crazy busy. But I wouldn't be able to do
so much organisation. I don't think people appreciate to go on these trips, organise the teams to come over, what that actually entails. Your passion is undeniable, but this all came from you joining the club because of your kids, in the sense of looking for a place where they could feel they would belong, have more of a normal life living in the Costa del Sol.
Yeah, and it was a friend of mine who's Irish, who I met in antenatal. She runs an antenatal class, and she said to me, you must bring Rupert to the rugby. And I said, I didn't even know there was a rugby club. And she said, oh yeah, you can come along at, you know, 11 o'clock. So we arrived on Saturday, and basically Rupert walked on the pitch, and ever since then, he was like, when am I going back? When am I going back? And the most lovely part of it was that we didn't just gain a sport, we gained a lifestyle. And lots of friends that potentially we wouldn't have made if we didn't have the club, because it's a focus for families, not just the sport. And a lot of people come to us with their children and they say, this is a whole different thing. We can sit here, like you said, sit and have a bacon sandwich and have a coffee while the kids are, running around, burning up a lot of energy. They're outside, they're not on screens. And they're socialising.
And your daughter also plays. So, I mean, in a sense, it's not just for boys. It's a very encompassing atmosphere, as you say, for the whole family.
Yeah, so my son's 10 now, and he started at 4, and my daughter started at under 8s, but she kind of left it because she wasn't sure it was really for her, and she was a little bit like, oh, I'm not really sure. But then this summer, she said to me, I'm not sure whether I want to come back. And I said, you need to be doing some kind of sport. You need to have something else in your life, that really gives you another perspective, and that you're able to have something you feel like you're a part of, and you're exercising and you're keeping fit. And so she came back in September, and she absolutely loves it, because also for her age, it's quite a difficult age, that sort of 13, 14, and she feels like she's got a little social life there. And so when we go on a Saturday, she trains, and then they hang out because they can hang out at the club. So it's a really good opportunity that she feels like she's got somewhere that she belongs, and she's making all these different kind of friends, and they're not just school friends, they're a different circle of friends. And it's a real mix of people, and so it's unusual, because I have English clubs who come and they say, girls are playing here until they're 16, because in England they only play until they're 12. And then they need to go and just play with girls. So our girls play until they're 16. Well, actually a little bit older, because they can play in under 16s for 3 years. So it's really great, because they're in the thick of it. And in fact, clubs in England say to me, it would be really great maybe to bring some of their players over, because they still get the experience of playing with the boys, and it
normalises everything, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And people will say to me, did you play? And I said, when I was growing up, I couldn't play. There was no, girls were hockey, boys were rugby, and that was it. There was no kind of, girls playing. And now the girls' game, I mean, the Spanish women, sevens are amazing, and the women's, 15s are amazing as well. So the girls now have some role models to look to, and it just also, there's a bonding that happens. So they do play with girls as well, but they're also able to play with boys. And so I think that creates this really great feeling that, and I've said to the girls, I said, listen, when you go to work, or you're at school, that you are equal, and you can do what they can do. Now, obviously physically, boys, become a lot bigger and a lot stronger. But even so, whilst they can, isn't it amazing that they feel that they are, equal, and that they've got this camaraderie, which is something that, I said in the workplace, I'm always, having to sort of say, I can do the same as you, and I've got the same brain as you, and I'm as clever as you. And it's great that she can say that on the pitch as well. She can say, I tackle just as well, or so.
But also off the pitch, the sense that, as you say, they have conversations and they're hanging out together, so the boys are getting used to the girls and vice versa. It's a good time for, as I say, having a normal, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but just a routine of doing something where they know they belong, and they have their friends out of school.
Exactly, and physically, they're doing something good. They're exercising. They're doing something that's really good, and that, adrenaline and that sort of, good feeling that they get from doing a sport, and especially a competitive sport, which is a team sport. I think that makes a big difference. And recently I did the monitors course for the World Rugby Level 1 monitors course, and something I'd forgotten was that team spirit of when you're on a pitch and you're playing together, that little adrenaline that you feel. I was like, oh God, I've missed this. So we're actually talking about doing a women's sort of tag rugby matches in the evenings to do to do exercise, because actually when you're doing a sport, when you're doing it together, you don't realise that you're actually working out, but you are.
Strength in numbers.
Absolutely, and it's fun, and it's a social thing. So yeah, because my friend who's going to be looking after it, his name is Lisa, and she used to do it. She's from New Zealand, and she used to do it in Ireland. They had after work, they play tag rugby. So that's something that we're looking at developing, and it's actually great because so many mums are going up to her and saying, "When are you going to do it? When are you going to start doing the tag rugby?"
Well, at the Kaka, when they got the parents to go down, there were some women that had some moves. They really were. So I can see that there's going to be an interest and ability.
Definitely. That is the most wonderful thing about the Kaka, is that they bring the families in, and they do little touch rugby with the family and the kids, and you can see the kids are laughing and they think it's so much fun. And then the end of ceremony, which is the pahiri, which is just beautiful because it just sort of seals the end of this amazing 3 days, you know, and the children can still now sing their songs, you know, that they've learned. And you know, we were coming back from a tournament in Adra, and the boys were all singing the song, and I was like, it makes me so proud to think that's a real a bonding.
Bonding, exactly. As you're saying, again, bringing them together. Bringing it all together, we've really run out of time, but just quickly, bringing it all together is the new Marbella Rugby magazine, which is a great success. I know you write a lot of the articles and features. Again, your passion for writing, but also for that uniting information and things of interest to keep everybody's mind on rugby, hashtag better together.
Yeah, I love the magazine's been just so well received, and it's such a different sort of thing for us as a club to be able to talk about all the great things that we're doing, but in a magazine style. So we're not short of content because we are making content every Saturday and every time there's a match and every time we go on a tournament. But it's really great, wonderful kind of emotive content because it's not hard to write about when you've got something that's so good and so warm, and the place has got a warm feeling, and
the food is amazing. I don't know who runs the kitchen.
Vicente.
Enhorabuena por la cocina. Really, it's every time I go there for whatever, it's like yummy. What am I going to have? The paella.
He does amazing paella.
It's all so good, and it makes it with love.
He does,
and you can tell that, and that makes a big difference. Marbella Rugby Club is full of love. Do go pop along Saturdays mornings. It's a great time to go check it out.
11 o'clock on Saturdays until normally about 1 o'clock or 1:30, and in the evenings we do training on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not Friday, but and also actually on Monday. So we've got kind of the whole broad range, different age groups. It's the academy normally on a Tuesday and a Thursday, and it's the children on a Monday and a Wednesday and a Saturday. So yeah, we're kind of there a lot of the time. But even if you just come and have a coffee and watch the people playing, the kids playing rugby, enjoy it.
Bacon sandwich, a bit of paella,
absolutely.
Glass of wine.
Come and see us. Come and see us. I always say when the teams visit, my last words are, "Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger. Come and see us."
Well, Maria, don't you be a stranger. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And don't go away because we're back in just a moment with more of what's going on in Marbella right now.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazakhstan is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool. Yeah. Stickers going up.
Hiya, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
CIT Marbella is a business networking association, and since I started broadcasting, first on air at iTalk FM and then here with RTV Marbella, so over 10 years, every week they send me one of the members that belong to CIT Marbella so we can get to know them. It's predominantly a Spanish association, but every year more international businesses join in because this group really have a good, let's say, inside to all the different benefits that are going on, all the different groups that are going on, all the different benefits you can get from the town hall and all the different business things that are going on. So it is a great place for you of any nationality and even for small businesses to get involved. Today we're very lucky to be welcoming Envoga. Before, we had Envoga here talking about their lovely properties, but today it's a charity paddle tournament that's coming up at the beginning of June. So I'm very delighted to welcome Maria to the studio to tell us a little bit more about it. Maria, good afternoon. Welcome to Marbella now.
Thank you, Nicole, for having me on your show. It's the first time. I'm delighted.
Nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
You certainly look the part. You look exactly very cosmopolitan, very elegant. Like certainly belong. So you are part of the Envoga team, and this is, I believe, the 4th year that they're going to be doing this charity tournament.
Correct.
And paddle for me is, I kind of forget that people outside of Marbella don't necessarily know what it is, because it's very much, I think, associated with our city.
Yes.
And it's lovely to see that this paddle tournament is going on for charity. So tell us a bit about how it came about. And
okay, so it's a colleague of mine. She's our office manager, Maria Jose, and she likes to go to faraway places. And she went to Uganda, and she saw that there was a huge need of schooling there for children, because basically the schools were wooden shacks and really badly built, literally falling down, and very small, and could not cope with the amount of children that need schooling. So basically she inspired Jose Carlos to go, who's the boss, to go to Uganda with her, and then from there he was inspired to do something for the children, to give them a proper built school with a roof, everything, schooling materials, desks, everything. So they didn't have anything like that. So the first tournament started in 2019, and they unfortunately had a lot of torrential rain, so part of the roof got damaged, and so they had to build a proper roof on it with proper materials and panels and everything, water, fresh water, schooling desks, all the material for schooling. And then, of course, from there, this is where the tournament started. And, of course, paddle is so huge in Spain, and it's so popular. And so Jose Carlos decided to do a...
Obviously, he plays. He must be...
Oh, yes, he's an expert. So they decided to do a solidarity paddle tournament. And, of course, using all the sector to do with real estate, and also lawyers and architects, developers, you name it. Everybody in the real estate business has joined this solidarity tournament. And it's just grown and grown from 2019. And in fact, from 2019 up to last year, we raised over 80,000 euros. Wow. But it's not just for the children in Uganda. We also give to charities at home here on the Costa del Sol. So it's about building schools for the children in Uganda, and so they can have proper facilities, but also at the same time we have to help the people here at home.
I'm pleased to hear that, because there's so much need as well, right on our doorstep.
Yes.
We don't have to travel to the other side of the world to find people in need, so that's nice that
we
little
do.
Bit for everyone.
So we help children with cancer, we help also, we've donated money to the Ukraine. We're helping families who are immigrants, have escaped from the Ukraine, and helping them to find work, get the children into school and things like that, so a little bit of everything. And Mariposa is one of the charities that we've been helping.
The Butterfly
Children, is another one of the charities that we've been helping. So quite a few charities. Apart from Uganda as well.
So for the tournament coming up, I think it's the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of June.
Correct, yeah.
How can people get involved still? Can people participate?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yes, so basically we have kind of like packages, so they can pick whichever package they want to participate. Obviously, every single penny goes to the charities. We don't take any money out of the charity whatsoever. And so
what kind of packages? What are the
well,
options?
There's all different packages. Like if they want to, be part of a sponsor package and have their logo, and so there's all kinds of like different packages.
So whether you want to just play,
or they can just play and pay, pay and play, or they can play and be a sponsor. All sorts of different packages. I think we start off from the minimum, which I really don't know what that is actually.
That's okay.
And
those who are interested will find out.
The maximum is about 6,000 euros or something like that. But we have over 120 sponsors, and and we have a lot of big names who have participated in this. And we need to. We've now built the 4th school. And we have about 350 children now that are schooling.
That's marvellous.
And we need to build some more because there's so many children who don't have schools, don't have roofs over their heads. So yeah. And actually on the 16th of June, we're going to be doing a Solidarity Gala at the Don Carlos Hotel. So it'd be nice if you could come along to that, Nicole.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
And put your long gown on, and it would be a nice solidarity charity dinner at the Don Carlos.
Well, it's nice because you've got something for everything, and a sporting event, and then if you want to just go to a gala event as well.
Because apart from the paddle, we're also doing volleyball, and we're also doing a football match. The football match will be the Spanish versus the foreigners. So that's quite fun. We did that last year and it was a huge success. So, and you know, every year more and more people want to participate, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. It's just growing so much now. So
it's lovely because apart from the charities and the awareness, it's creating community as well. So it's nice bringing everybody together with the same interests and with the same thoughts
this is what's really nice about it, exactly. And I think the name's getting around there now. You know, it doesn't matter how big or small your company is, but the word is just getting around there, and everybody wants to participate with us, and it's just bringing everybody together, which is really nice. The community is nice.
It is nice. It's nice to work with a company that's not all just about business, that also wants to give back.
Exactly, absolutely. So that's the nice thing about this solidarity tournament. And
where is it being held?
So this year it's been held in the Marbella Sports Club in Alveria, and they've got amazing paddle courts there, and there's a really nice restaurant there, lots of seating for spectators if they want to just come and watch, and you know, so yeah, it's a really nice sports club. Last year we had it in Via Baderna in the Rackets Club there, and this year it will be in the Marbella Sports Club.
As the tournament grows, obviously the area needs grows
more paddle courts,
exactly to accommodate all the participants.
Exactly, yeah, it's true.
But that's a nice problem to have.
Well, it is actually, because this is the problem we had this year. We need more paddle courts. So if anybody out there wants to build lots and lots of paddle courts, then we're definitely up for.
I actually saw a new club in Nueva Alcantara that they've on the old one. They've done all those paddle courts and
beautiful
things again. They made that very nice.
Absolutely.
But it's nice to see that people get involved with paddlers and say, good old Manolo Santana back in Puente Romano in the day when I was a child, never heard of paddle.
I know.
We had tennis, and that was it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you talk to people about paddle, it's like, well, it's a cross between paddle and tennis.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of
actually, paddle originated from Argentina, but in fact I thought it originated from Spain, but it's actually from Argentina. But it's so popular in Spain, and everybody loves to play it, as women as much as men as well. So we had a lot of both last year, and the women were so strong and so good and champions. What can I say?
Yeah, I love to play paddle, but for me it's going to have a little bocata with my friends. We stand there, the four of us, we have a chat, we do a little, see if we can get the one off the wall, maybe, you know, whole different level. But I still enjoy it.
Absolutely.
For me, that's perfect. It's just a really nice level.
It's a fun game. I was watching it last year and I thought, I must learn to play the game myself. So I have been practicing a little bit. So you never know, maybe this year in the tournament I might participate myself.
Why not?
But I have to say, every single colleague of mine from Envoga, we all participate, whether it's participating in the tournament or helping out, but we're all there together, and everybody works so hard and we all do a great job together. So
wonderful.
Have to thank everybody for that. It's fantastic. We all come together, so that's nice.
It is nice. It is nice. I'm a big one for pushing community residents, #Belly together, supporting one another, and it's a lovely way of bringing everything together in a paddle tournament.
Yeah,
lovely.
The nice thing is as well, I would imagine in the gala that we have, because Jose Carlos and Maria Jose go there every year to Uganda, and obviously they want to see how things are going on, how the construction's going on, and they come back with lots of videos. So I'm sure in the gala we'll be showing lots of videos of how it is today. And I mean, in 4 years, this is the 4th year, they've built 4 huge pavilions now, schools, and they're able to cater now for all those children that were in desperate need of having schooling, with proper schooling materials. So
it is. It's quite a big satisfaction. You guys should feel very proud of yourself, because obviously helping it feels good.
Yeah,
it
it
really
does.
So congratulations.
Thank you so
And if
much.
you would like to participate in the tournament, go to the gala, please do contact Envoga directly.
Absolutely.
Or
yeah.
Envoga Marbella Realty.
Yes.
Because there's an Envoga jewellery, that don't get confused.
Ah.
So Envoga Marbella Realty are holding the event, and I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much
Lovely
for your
to meet
time.
you, Maria.
You too, Nicole. Thank you so
Pleasure.
much.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima.
Hasta la próxima. Don't go away, we're back again in just a moment.
A new partner of Zero Hero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
It's a brand new day.
Zero Hero, welcome to the Secret Garden. We welcome you.
It's a brand new. Hey, hey.
To finish off the programme, I'm delighted to welcome back to the studio Esther Reyes of Kudeka. But not just Esther, we have a very special guest joining her this afternoon, and her name is Sofia. Esther, Sofia, welcome to Marbella Now. Bienvenidas al programa. It's an honour to have you both here.
Thank you so much, Nicole. This is going to be an experience today.
It is going to be an experience, but I thought, seeing that you brought her with you and she enjoyed seeing you so much when you were on television, that it's nice because you're a working mum.
That's true.
And I think it's nice that people get to see the reality that you're working for Kudeka, you've got your baby, but you've come to TV Marbella Studios because you're passionate about what you do and you want to help. ¿Quieres ir con la abuela? ¿Estás bien? Okay, we're good. She's all right.
That is actually something that's lovely about you, that you try to bring together everything that's real and that's happening. Is, as she just said, I am working. I'm a working mom. I have to go collect her from school, and I'm here right now chatting to her. Yes, you can see yourself on TV on the screen. Yeah,
I know, it's cool, isn't it?
It's lovely that you still invite me, and you because you were representing all moms, working moms right now at the moment. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
I think it just came out that way, and I think it's reality. And I think a lot of the times we pretend too much, and everything has to be perfect, and everything has to be so, but life isn't like that. Life is, you work, you have a child, and we need to just support each other. And I love that you're here to talk about a walkathon that's going on in June to support Kudeka. I love all the different initiatives that Kudeka comes up with.
That's right.
You're a great marketing girl.
That's right. Well, yeah, we're very happy to have the walkathon one more time. I think it's about, we don't know how many editions we've had of the walkathon, but it's more than 15. I think it's close to 20 years celebrating the walkathon, and we're gonna have this year on the 3rd of June. And it's, as always, it's a family day. It'll be in Benalmádena Promenade by the Sunset Beach Hotel. And what we're going to do is three marches, family time, so anybody can come and do it. Everybody can just join up, can register online. They can register on the day as well. And everything we raise on the day will be 100% for Kudeka for palliative care.
Have you found that now, because I know that I hate to talk about it, but during the last couple of years, obviously raising funds has been so difficult. Have you found things are easing up a little bit? Because you have so many expenses and so needed. I mean, these teams that go and visit families, and there's not a day, I think, that I don't hear someone mention Kudeka, the help you've given, the life-saving for the family, that it's like they wouldn't know where to go without Kudeka, but it's a lot of money continually necessary.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. I'm not quite sure if I should say that it's easier, because actually the number of patients is never going down, it's always rising. So what I can tell you is that with COVID, all the numbers went really high. Now we're a bit more stable about COVID, but we still have a lot of patients with us. It doesn't have to be necessarily cancer. It can be any other illness that potentially can become terminal. So if you think about it, any person suffering from any illness in the end of life can be with us. So that requires a lot of people working for that, a lot of people like me, a lot of volunteers giving their time for free to continue helping us for this. Sophia. and that's what we try to do, to continue raising money to provide this palliative care to so many people.
The shops are also a big help, aren't they? That's a big source of income.
That's right.
So we can support there by donating nice clothes, nice shoes, nice things, and then obviously going in and buying the things that people donate. I pick up fabulous.
I know you do.
Fabulous things in Kudeka. And it's just like, if I'm going shopping, that would be my first port of call. You have some very nice shops. All of them are nice. And they're all different. They've all got different selections.
That's true. We do have 27 at the time. Wow. 27 shops all around the province of Malaga, and the good thing about what we do with the shops, Nicole, is that we develop this system in which we can actually receive a lot of items, a lot of things, and we filter them. So the ones that are in better condition, we obviously send to every shop, but the other, there's a little, I don't know if I should say little, it's actually a big amount of clothing and things that we can actually sell to these factories at weight. You say that? You weigh them? I don't know how to put it in English.
Yes, I know what you mean, but yeah, you can get like a job bulk thing. Yeah.
These are things that we cannot sell because maybe they're broken or maybe they're too old or faded, so we cannot really sell them, because actually we are second-hand shop, but we don't want to sell something. I mean, when you come in a Kudeka shop, what you like about it is that everything looks new. It's not new, but it looks almost new. So that's actually one of our points.
You pick things up. I mean, as I picked up Ralph Lauren brown shirts for €5, jackets for €15.
That's true, and it's good quality and it's well preserved.
Are you off? Are you off? ¿Nos dejas?
Quédate un poquito.
2 minutos más, but if not, she can go down as long as Sofía there. ¿Quieres ir con la abuela? ¿Con la nona? Cuidado con la cabecita. Okay.
Thank you for that.
It's just, as I say, I think as a community, my whole position, I see it as behind the scenes, is connecting people with the town hall with the people, and us people with each other.
That's right.
And I think that's just the most lovely thing that you've got.
It's been beautiful.
It's the reality, and you have a beautiful daughter. And I've known you since she was a tiny, tiny baby.
I know, you've seen me pregnant.
I've seen you, exactly. And it's just lovely to watch you grow up, and now you're here with your child, so it's just like it's all
I know,
goosebumps.
You're getting me emotional right now.
It is lovely, because as you know more than anything, family is everything, and it's never enough time to spend the time that we need to be with them.
Master, thank you so much for allowing me to speak about Kudeka and mingle up with my daughter, with you, with our job, communication, community, because our community in Marbella need to know what we do in Kudeka, but also we want them to come for the good fun Walkathon, for all these charity events that we always celebrate. Soon we'll be talking about all the things happening by the end of this month. So I'm really pleased that you continue helping us, because
Whenever you want.
We're based on the work that you do.
Exactly. I mean, together we need to get the word out there, because people can help, people need help, and sometimes it's just because they don't know. So communication is our thing. We have to keep communicating.
That's right.
We have to keep communicating. And you do it beautifully. It's nice when you can actually share the time with people as nice as you. We have a lot of people who work very hard for charity in our community, and not just when they're at work. It's 24/7.
That's right.
So if you would like to put on an event for Kudeka, or instead of having birthday presents, you can ask people to donate to Kudeka, or you can do a dance-a-thon. You can do whatever you like. I'm sure that Kudeka would be delighted for the additional support, because unfortunately everybody is going to leave this world at some stage or other.
That's right.
But some need some help when they do. And the families as well, which is nice, because you're there for it's not just the patients, you treat the whole family.
Yeah, it's a holistic point of view at palliative care. So we need we need to care for the patient needs. That's number one. But then it's the relatives and the family's needs, because when you face that moment in your life, in the life of the person that's leaving, you don't have to know what's coming next. You don't have to know what to do. You're not sure if what you're feeling is right. So that's something that we do as well. We care for people psychologically, spiritually, and also physically and mentally. So
what an emotional way to finish the program.
Yeah.
But beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Esther. I really appreciate you coming with your baby.
Thank you so
much.
much.
She's not such a baby now. My gosh.
Oh, she's growing so fast.
She's growing so quickly. Time goes quickly. Let's make the most of it. Enjoy every second of every second of every second. And if you can help someone else along the way, why not? It actually feels really, really good. Thank you for joining us for another week of what's going on in Marbella now with our community. Please do keep in contact with your town hall to know what's going on, and let them know what you've got going on. They'll be very pleased to share it. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella.tv/television/Marbella-now website. You can also go to my website, nicoleking.es, for an easy link here to the TV website, or to the Euro Weekly, where I write my weekly column Marbella Moments, and our Zero Hero website, giving free soft drinks to the designated drivers. We've got a whole new look going on with the Zero Hero, because it's come a good food guide and a good guide. Those restaurants that don't just look for the money of their clients, but also for their well-being, which is very nice. So we look out for each other in this community. That's what it's all about. Esther, muchísimas gracias. Thank you all. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. And I look forward to seeing you again once more, Marbella, next week. I look forward to seeing you again next week for more of what's going on in Marbella now. Bye for now.
You'll open up your eyes wide. You feel it's gonna